Good evening and welcome to Prime TV News. I'm Siddiq Akbar. Let us start off by taking a look at today's headlines. The Sri Lanka's External Affairs Minister holds talks with his SAARC counterparts. Comprehensive investigations are being carried out into the tiger suspects arrested by the government of the Netherlands. Minister Maithripala Sirisena reveals that the local government polls will be held on the electoral system. The Dehiwala Zoological Gardens will be developed. And in overseas, fighting breaks out and smoke bombs are thrown during a session in Ukraine's parliament. Now for the news in detail. We start off with the local news. President Rajapaksa visits several places of religious worship in Bhutan. President Rajapaksa, First Lady Shiranti Rajapaksa and their entourage, who are in Bhutan to participate in the 16th SAARC Summit, visited the Daula Vihara in Bhutan. A monk who pursued Buddhist studies in Sri Lanka holds the high office of the Vihara. It is also a Vihara which attracts tourists from other countries. The President and his delegation visited a monument put up on behalf of war heroes who sacrificed their lives during the battle against the Assam guerrillas. Foreign ministers of SAARC countries hold bilateral discussions with Sri Lanka's External Affairs Minister, Professor G.L. Peiris.
The
32nd SAARC Foreign Minister sessions opened in the Bhutanese capital Thimphu this afternoon. The Sri Lankan minister held bilateral discussions with his other counterparts including Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal and Pakistan. The success achieved by Sri Lanka to rout terrorism earned accolades from all foreign ministers. The Bhutanese foreign minister said his country valued the enduring peace achieved by Sri Lanka under the present government and the massive development that was taking place in the island. Minister G.L. Peiris praised the government of Bhutan for making arrangements to hold the SAARC summit on a grand scale and the warm welcome accorded to the Sri Lankan president and his entourage. Meanwhile, Minister Peiris also held bilateral discussions with his Pakistani counterpart. Their discussions centered on further strengthening state ties between the two countries. Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa was also present. Giving his view, Namal Rajapaksa said that the Sri Lankan government had unveiled an expanded program to empower the rural youth with IT knowledge as well as enhance their vocational knowledge. He also pointed out the initiatives taken to develop remote villages. Mr. Rajapaksa expressed optimism that some of the 2011 Cricket World Cup matches as well as the 2018 Commonwealth Games can be held at the Hambantota International Stadium. In more news, 7 Tamil tiger suspects have been arrested by the authorities in the Netherlands. A comprehensive investigation is now being carried out. The National Criminal Office in Netherlands said that the arrest was made following an intensive study of the LTTE activities in the Netherlands after it was banned. It said that 16 residences and businesses were searched in the operation. Computers, phones, documents, photos, DVDs and a sum of money totaling more than 40,000 euros were seized. Leaders of the Tamil Coordinating Committee, the Tamil Rehabilitation Organization, the Tamil Youth Organization, the Tamil Women's Organization and the Tamil Arts and Cultural Organization in Netherlands are believed to be amongst the suspects. The preferential vote system will be eliminated in local government elections. Minister Maithripala Sirisena expressed this view at a meeting at the Pulathisi Buddhi Mandapaya in Polonnaruwa. The minister said the election on 8th April was the last to be held under the preferential voting system. Local council polls will be held next year based on the electoral system. Candidates will have to take into account of their electorates in performing their work. The Mahasangha chanted Setpirit and blessed the minister. Ministers Siripala Gamlath and Chandrasiri Suryarachi, parliamentarian Roshan Ranasinghe and a large number of people participated in the meeting. Locations which will be an impetus for the promotion of the tourism industry are to be developed. Economic Development Minister Basil Rajapaksa said priority would be given to the zoological gardens in Dehiwala. The Dehiwala Zoo is a main attraction of local as well as foreign tourists. There are plans to further expand the facilities available at the zoo. Minister Basil Rajapaksa undertook an inspection tour of the zoo to look into the necessary requirements. He seized the opportunity to monitor every location. Instructions were issued to the officials to take necessary initiatives in this respect. The minister also visited the veterinary hospital. He underscored the need for the support of everyone in economic development. Employees at the zoological gardens claimed that it was a site which provides an optimum service to the tourists. Discipline within the media is vital. Acting Media Minister Mervyn Silva is of the view that a proud nation can be built only through such a disciplined media. The minister called on the media to maintain discipline. He said both he and the media should be determined and work courageously. Finally, the media should appear on behalf of a proud nation and a younger generation. Therefore, the minister called on the media to maintain brotherhood and be friends. He called on the media to handle it, setting an example to others. The minister was expressing views to the media after participating in religious observances at the Rajamaha Vihara in Kalaniya and the Vidyalankara Pirivena in Paliyagoda. The Venerable Professor Kollupitiye Mahinda Sangarakkita and the Venerable Professor Kumburugamuwe Vajiratheras delivered anusasanas. The police are vested with a major responsibility in rebuilding a civilian life with the end of the war. Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa made this reference at a ceremony organised at the Police Academy in Katana. He said that the need of the hour is a professional police force consisting of honest officers. He said that a country can be assessed by the conduct of its police service. Mr. Rajapaksa declared open the new Police Academy. It has been set up with the purpose of upgrading the police service. Accordingly, those engaged in this service will receive the opportunity of pursuing studies up to the degree level. The Police Academy, opened yesterday in Katana, can facilitate training for 600 officials in one batch. Among the large gathering present was IGP Mahinda Balasurya. W.B. Ganegala assumed office this afternoon as chairman of the Independent Television Network. On arrival at ITN premises, Mr. Ganegala was received by General Manager Aruna Vijay Singha. In addition to serving as Secretary to the Mass Media Ministry, Mr. Ganegala will hold the office of Chairman of ITN. President Rajapaksa has made this appointment. More new ministers and deputy ministers have assumed office with the desire of meeting the needs of the public. They assumed office giving priority to religious observances.
Nimal Siripala de Silva assumed office as Minister for Irrigation and Water Management. He assumed duties at the Sri Lanka Mahaweli Authority. Minister Basil Rajapaksa and Deputy Minister Jayaratne Herath were present.